Hello and welcome. This is Faceless Opinion, flunking out of college. Welcome you back to another Skyrim video. So for today, we're going to be wrapping up with our power scaling series. For the past month, I've made videos on the Dragonborn, the Harbinger, the Listener, and the Guildmaster. Now it's time for the finale. For this installment, we are working on the one power scale that I was actually dreading the most, hence why I saved it for last, and that being how powerful is the Arch Mage of the College of Winterhold. Ground rules. Do I need to go over them at this point? I mean, if you're following along with the previous episodes, you should know them by now. Oh well. One more time, for good time's sake. We're going to pretend the Dragonborn forsake their destiny and want to join the College of Winterhold. Or perhaps someone else came in and ended up becoming Arch Mage. It does not matter. All that really matters, and what we need to know, is we are going to determine the equipment, powers, and feats that the Arch Mage acquires throughout the College of Winterhold questline, and any other quests that are connected with the group. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's carry on. In examining equipment, we're going to start off with armor, and the best thing that the Arch Mage would have access to would be the Arch Mage robes, which grants the wearer a 15% reduction on cost for all spells, a plus 50 to the magicka pool, and increases magicka regeneration by 100%, as well as being the owner of the Dragon Priest mask belonging to Moroki, which also makes it to where magicka will regenerate 100% faster, meaning an even faster recharge rate. In regards to weapons, the Archmage has a few notable items, like Kavanzun's Fang, a Dragon Priest dagger that is needed to unlock master level alteration spells, or the 3 spectral weapons that can be found in Labyrinthian, known as the Drain Heart Sword, Drain Blood Battle Axe, and Drain Spell Bow, all of which can drain either stamina, health, or magicka of an enemy respectively. However, the greatest weapon the Archmage has in their possession goes to the Staff of Magnus, an ancient and powerful weapon that has ties to the god of magic, Magnus, which is capable of draining the magicka out of a target or item, as well as the only thing that can keep the Eye of Magnus in check, meaning that the Archmage is one of 2 characters that has access to a divine weapon, the other being the last Dragonborn with Ariel's bow. Now, this is the part I've been dreading the most, magic, as there are a wide range of spells that the Archmage can learn. Now, I could stand here and list off every single spell that they're capable of, however, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to do a general overview of what they can do, as if I were to list individual spells, A, we would be here for a long while, and B, the type of spells they might have is going to be dependent on the player. So, yeah. When it comes to the Archmage and their magical prowess, they're going to be a master level caster, as they will be proficient in all 5 schools of magic, due to them having to do the quests where they have to unlock the master level spells for Destruction, Restoration, Illusion, Conjuration, and Alteration. For Destruction, they will be proficient with Fire, Frost, and Shock spells. Their Restoration capabilities make it to where they are experts at healing, making wards, and repel the undead. In the School of Illusion, it makes it to where they can invoke the effects on foes such as Calm, Frenzy, Fear, and Courage. Conjuration enables them to summon bound weapons, conjure Atronox, or to raise the dead, while Alteration, that serves as your jack-of-all-trade types of magic, as you can do many different types of spells, such as making magical armor, creating balls of light, detecting life, paralysis, water breathing, telekinesis, and many more miscellaneous spells like that. Like I said, there are a lot of things you can say the Archmage is capable of doing, but for my own sanity, I think this is more than sufficient, just covering the more commonly used spells. If you want to say that they can do other things that I didn't mention, go for it. You can add that to the list. That's fine with me. I won't complain whatsoever. Let's move about stuff that's not magic now. In regards to shouts, the Archmage will have access to 3 of them. Those being Ice Form, which encases a foe in a block of ice, Slow Time, which slows down time, and Dismay, which causes enemies to flee in terror. All of which are useful for a mage, as they can buy time for magicka to replenish after using some high-costing spells. In terms of abilities, the Archmage doesn't have anything, which makes it the only one of the bunch who doesn't have a special power exclusive to them. However, since they have access to a vast number of spells, the lack of other powers like the Vampire Lord form, Werewolf transformation, Summon Spectral Assassin, Nightingale powers, or Dragonborn physiology, I think it is a fair trade-off. Now, across our journey in Skyrim, the Arch Mage will face off against numerous enemy types, such as wild animals, Draugr, enemy mages, Atronox, automatons, Falmer, Wisp, and magical anomalies. For accomplishments, the Arch Mage has located and recovered both the Eye and Staff of Magnus, completed all 5 of the Master level spell quests, which is a big deal since some of them provide a challenge, such as summoning a Dremora and forcing compliance from it, needing to collect a certain type of scales from a dragon called Heart Scales, or having to survive the Augur of Dunlane's trials, which strips the Archmage of all items, and they need to withstand the attacks of 3 ghosts by using only restoration magic. Not to mention that they also earned the acknowledgement of the Psijic Order, an ancient order of mages who are arguably the leading experts when it comes to all things magic in the world of the Elder Scrolls, as they looked into the future and stated that the Archmage is the savior of the events that would play out in the College of Winterhold questline. Speaking of which, let's talk about all the enemies that the Archmage had to contend with during their story, starting off with Yurick Galderson, the Draugr Lord who was guarding the Eye of Magnus under Starfall. Before being sealed under Starfall, Yurick, along with his brothers, attacked many cities across Skyrim, and it took the combined efforts of the best warriors of Skyrim who were led by Battle Mage Garamond, who served High King Harald to defeat the brothers. To make it more intense, during the fight with the Archmage, Yurick would end up using the Eye of Magnus to augment his power, meaning that he was even more powerful. Next would be the Caller, who leads a group of mages at Felglow Keep, who is a pretty powerful spellcaster as she could summon Fire, Frost, and Storm Atronox, as well as teleport, making her a very formidable foe. Then we have Estormo, the Thalmor agent that Ancano sent to take out the Archmage. Now honestly, we have no idea how strong Estormo was, but he must have had some degree of skill if Ancano trusted him to take out the Archmage by himself. Now, it is time to cover the heavy hitters, the ones who pose the biggest threat to the Archmage, those people being Moroki and Ancano. Moroki was the Dragon Priest in Labyrinthian who was in possession of the Staff of Magnus. He is so powerful he can siphon the magic from the Archmage many times over the deeper they got within Labyrinthian, as well as wiping out the team of college apprentices which was led by future Archmage Savos Aaron, who would be the sole survivor of that expedition, and was so scared of Moroki's power, he sacrificed 2 of his friends to trap the Dragon Priest and locked away the ruins so no one could go in there. And finally, we get to the antagonist of the College of Winterhold questline, Ancano, who used the Eye of Magnus to amplify his power, as he was able to create a barrier that required the cooperation of the Archmage, Savos Aaron, and Mirabelle Irvine to break it. He ended up creating an explosion that the Archmage was able to survive with no injury. However, Mirabelle would end up getting wounded, and Savos got blasted out of the building and died on impact. However, Mirabelle would end up dying off screen while the Archmage was trying to secure the Staff of Magnus. Ancano has been shown paralyzing the likes of Tolfdir, so he could have his one-on-one match with the Archmage, and it was only because of the Staff of Magnus that Ancano was able to be defeated. Ancano, due to his messing with the Eye of Magnus, could have more than likely ended up destroying the whole world, because let's not forget that the Eye has ties to the god of magic himself, which means you can make the argument that Ancano was channeling divine power. Well, that covers everything that we had regarding the Archmage. Now it's time to answer the question, how strong is the Archmage? Simply put, an extremely powerful figure whose magical capabilities surpass everyone at the College of Winterhold. Like, the only people who I could say scale equally to them, if not higher, would be the members of the Psijic Order, which makes sense that they would end up taking possession of the Eye of Magnus after the defeat of Ancano. To be honest, I was not expecting this type of scaling to come from the Archmage and the College of Winterhold questline, but holy shit. The Archmage might actually be able to hold their own against the last Dragonborn. And if you watched my video about how powerful the Dragonborn is, first off, you should, and secondly, you know for a fact how powerful the Dragonborn is. If I were to rank everyone that I have scaled, it would go from strongest to weakest, starting off with the last Dragonborn, obviously, then the Archmage, the Guildmaster, followed by the Listener, and finally, the Harbinger. With that out of the way, our power scaling series has come to an end. Now tell me, how powerful do you think the Archmage of the College of Winterhold is? What did you think of my analysis? Do you believe that the Arch Mage should end up joining the Psijic Order and gain even more power? Comment down below. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and make sure you subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch you all on the flip side.